welcome back, Mzansi, and a very happy Thursday to you. This is where we are going to get you into the weekend, okay? Because it's 5-2, and Friend happening this weekend is something that is so big, so exciting, particularly in the month of celebrating youth. Now, if you did not know, the Top 16 Youth-Owned Brands Awards is one that celebrates absolutely incredible young people that are doing great things in each and every one of their respective industries. And this is something that happens each and every year, but what I love about it most is that it brings out everyone to come together to really get into the nitty-gritty of those industries, from agriculture to creative and arts to absolutely apparel as well, and all of these different ways in which really the youth are owning the industries that they're in. So who are we talking to today? Well, the CEO of the Top 16 Yoba is here to tell us all about what exactly they're doing this year and why it continues to go from strength to strength. Everyone, let's welcome Pat Mahlangu, please. Pat, how are you?
Oh, I love the energy.
I mean, how can we not have energy for the Top 16 Yobas?
Yay.
Yay! How are you feeling?
Very well, thanks in itself.
I'm amazing, thank you. I mean, it's the weekend. It is finally upon us. I mean, this is something you wait for each and every year. But I want to ask you, Pat, you know, where did the idea even come from for the creation of the Top 16 Yobas?
So the Yobas were born out of my two passions, one being youth development. So I love seeing young people growing and building them. And I've been working sort of in the space, but not in the public domain, you know? And my other passion, which is brand, you know, building brands and working with brands. So combining the two passions, that's how the Top 16 Youth-Owned Brands Awards sort of came into being. And it's been a journey. I mean, now we are obviously gearing up for our fourth installment, and it's gonna be fire. It's
gonna be huge, and I say that because I remember I was there last year, and there were such incredible personalities, and I think also just, you know, people who are growing into such giants in their respective industries, which is so beautiful because I feel like even your platform allows those people to be like, yes, I am actually doing the things. Here is my award.
Absolutely.
But talk to us about how entrepreneurship, you know, is actually a tool that helps to fight unemployment in South Africa, especially as someone that's been so involved in youth development.
Yeah, I mean, entrepreneurship is the only hope and option that many young people have today, you know, to become economically active.
That's true.
And we do know what the consequences or the negative impact of having a high unemployment rate. I'm not sure when last you looked at the numbers, but now over 60% of young people are unemployed. And it's, some experts say it's a ticking time bomb, you know. So we really need to, you know, get our hands dirty and really support youth entrepreneurship.
100%. And I think it's also very discouraging for young people, and it comes with a lot of challenges.
Of course.
So can you talk to us about what exactly it is that young people face when it comes to the challenges of entrepreneurship?
So, in the main, their age also works against them. Somehow, particularly in an African context, the younger you are, the lesser you are taken seriously.
Right.
You know, if you compare us, you know, to other markets globally where entrepreneurship is thriving, young people are like, you know, horses that big investment houses are backing and supporting, whether they fail or not, but they still continue to get support. Whereas here, you fail once, they write you off.
Sure.
You know, and it's really, you know, for lack of a better phrase, a tragedy, you know, that's in the making. So we need to get our hands dirty. We need to support youth entrepreneurship, and support comes in many forms, financially and non-financially. You know, if you have a young person rather, being a service provider to you, the least you can do for them is to pay them on time.
Right.
You know?
What is this 90-day period, Sana?
Exactly.
Cut that out.
We all know that cash flow is the lifeblood of any business.
That's true.
Once you run out of cash, you're out of business. So at least to pay young people on time. You know, another thing is involve young people in the big conversations about the future.
I love that.
You know, you have old people making decisions without young people. They know they're not going to be here.
About young people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not they know they're not going to be here, Pat. That's so funny, but true. However...
Because now we're talking about Vision 2063.
And darling, you are 63. However... but I really feel like, you know, it's really so incredible to be able to speak to someone like you who actually has the insight. And this is why I have to ask you very quickly, just what are some of the success stories that have even emerged from the Top 16 Youth-Owned Brands Awards?
I mean, there are plenty. If you look at some of our winners before and after winning a Yoba, worlds apart. But in the main, I mean, there's a young brand called Delivery Speed, you know, that
Yeah.
that is in the logistics space, and they actually just featured on one of the biggest banks, TVCs, you know, which is a big deal.
That's
And
huge.
also, since winning Ayoba, they've just been on the up and up, and they've been growing. Now they have 3 warehouses
Yeah.
across the country: Cape Town, Polokwane, and Joburg.
Yeah.
You know, there's another 2 sneaker cleaners. You know, there's a Young Baba. You know, there's Legends Baba, but also there's Young Baba.
I
And
love
that's also
that.
on the come up, and they really, you know, doing amazing things.
Beautiful.
And what, for me, you know, the biggest win is always, you know, when the winners come back and tell stories of how they use the Yobas to get investments into their businesses, and to also get, you know, some shelf space in the big retailers.
And be taken seriously.
100%.
I love that. Pat, we appreciate you. Thank you for the work that you do. I mean, I've even seen the likes of Karam Teto going from a blue carpet to taking over the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? So well done to you and your team, and congratulations. And here's to the 4th annual Top 16.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys on Saturday.
100%.
It's the big day.
We are 100% there, and we're getting tickets on Web Tickets Mzansi. If you did not know, it is all happening. We cannot wait. We're going to be celebrating with the Top 16 Youth-Owned Brands Awards. And, of course, Pat Mahlangu, the CEO, he's spoken. He said it. The youth are the future, and it's just for everyone else to believe it and take the youth seriously. Right about now, though, seriously, you need to stick around, because the beautiful Carissa has what's coming up for us. My gorgeous, what's still going to be happening here on our Feel Good Breakfast show?